We welcome to Cuse Countdown Toledo quarterbacks coach Scott Isphording. Coach, you run a two-quarterback system of Austin Danton and Terrence Owens. What about these two players makes you go with this system?
It's funny that at times they are very different. One, is a little tall and lanky. The other one not as tall and weighs a little bit more. T.O.'s a lefty and Austin's a righty, but T.O. Can get the ball downfield a little bit more. Maybe has a little bit stronger arm, whereas Austin is also can get the ball downfield, but does a few more things with his feet and is able to create maybe a little bit more and let him take advantage of his speed and his athleticism that way.
You mentioned physical aspects, but what about inside the huddle and off the field? Do these two have similar personalities?
That's a good question. Are they different? There's no doubt about it, but I think the similarities that they have is that both have really stepped forward from a leadership standpoint, which is, a characteristic of any good quarterback at any level, whether it be junior high, high school, college, or even in the NFL. And that's what we have preached to those guys, is to step up their leadership from last year, and I think they both have done that extremely well in their unique way. Austin is a little bit more happy-go-lucky, a little bit freewheeling, where T.O. is a little bit more reserved.
Again, we're joined by Toledo quarterbacks coach Scott Isphording. Coach, you hung tough against Ohio State, and then you lost to Boise State. What does the team learn from playing two strong teams?
I think that we've learned that we can play and move the ball offensively against, two of the best programs in the country. But I think maybe more importantly, we've learned that no matter how talented we are, we've got to go out and execute. And we've failed to do that in each of those games at a couple crucial times. And this past week it was in the red zone where we really didn't execute what we needed to do. I think that we've learned that we can play against the best defenses out there and make plays. But like I said, I think ultimately we've learned that unless we execute, that we can be stopped by anybody too.
After playing in such a big venue like the Horseshoe earlier this season, will the adjustment to the Carrier Dome be a little bit easier?
Oh, I personally have never been there, but I know that it is, if not the loudest, one of the loudest venues to play this game, and there's obviously communication is going to be a big part of what we have to do well, and making sure that all of our guys are on the same page. The last 2 weeks have been pretty neat situations to play in at Ohio State and in front of a packed house here at the Glass Bowl. But I expect a loud and boisterous crowd there at Syracuse, and we'll have to try and handle the noise the best that we can.
Thanks so much, Scott. Toledo quarterbacks coach Scott Isphording. For more on the SU Toledo matchup, keep checking for updates here on the CitrusTV Sports Blog.